Hey Billy, you there?
Hello? You're currently on the phone with Kacey K.
Hello everyone. It is Monday morning. I did not follow my goal of pre-recording, but that's okay because I have all my notes ready, so that is good. I feel like last week was pretty busy, and yesterday, I'm going to be honest, I was not very useful. I took a couple naps, I took my notes, I watched Housewives. I started watching um, The Wizard of Oz. Sorry, I don't know why I forgot that. I I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that movie, and I don't. I know I've seen pieces of it, and I cannot remember where. Like usually, I can remember where I've seen and watched movies and stuff like that, But for some reason, I can't remember. I don't know if I've just seen snippets of it throughout my life on like like news articles or stuff like that, but I don't remember sitting down and watching it. Um, but yeah, so I started watching it last night. I went to bed pretty early. I was like, I'm just so tired right now. I don't know why. Um, so maybe I just need a day to do absolutely nothing. But here we are. It is Monday morning. It is Veterans Day. So happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. And it is crazy that it's almost the middle of November. And I just realized I haven't started Christmas shopping yet. Although I don't I don't think I'm gonna go crazy this year for Christmas, especially with me. I usually am like, I don't need anything, and then I end up buying a lot of things. The only things I want are a Skims jogger suit, and I think that's it. I really don't. Oh, I'm gonna get myself the Taylor Swift book and the anthology edition vinyl, but that's a given. I would give myself that anyway, regardless of if it was Christmas or not. Yeah, so I usually get myself a fragrance for Christmas. I might get myself the Kylie Cosmic one, but I have plenty of fragrances, so I just don't know. I don't know. I think this year is going to be a pretty, pretty low key year for presents for myself because times are tough. Times are tough financially wise. But yeah, I am excited for Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. I love, I don't know, I just like the food of Thanksgiving. And I like that it's kind of like a pre-holiday to Christmas time. And I am excited to decorate for Christmas, although I don't do it too early because that is, I don't know. Do whatever you want, but I don't decorate too early. So there's that. What should we talk about today, you guys? There's the Grammys were announced. That's why my intro was Hey Billy there, because Charlie XCX was nominated for Album of the Year. In fact, the whole Album of the Year category is all women, which is it's pretty big. I think it's the first year ever there's not been one man in the Album of the Year category. And I told you guys last year, I was like, this year's gonna be a good year for music. We're gonna get tons and tons and tons of music, and we did. So now we have to worry about next year. Are we gonna get any music at all? So I don't know. I just feel like because Adele's done, she's done for. I'm gonna say she's not coming back for 10 years, which is really weird to say. I just have a feeling that's kind of how long it's going to be. Um, I Miley might bring out music, but like Dua just released music. She's going on tour. We might get some from Doja Cat, I would imagine. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Taylor never stops, so maybe we'll get something from her. Ariana Grande, she's busy with. I wonder if they filmed all of Wicked or just the first half, because Wicked is two parts, and the first part is 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I'm wondering if they're gonna film, if they film the entire thing, or if they have to go back after the release of the first part, which is next week, and do it again. Interesting. But I don't know. She might go on tour. She said, I love how she's like, I'm not doing anything that's not Wicked related until after Wicked is done. And she's like done all this stuff. She's partnered with all these brands. She's done a Wicked collab. I guess that is technically Wicked with her company. What else has she done? She's done like tons of things. It's like, okay, you can still do stuff. Like, I just think she meant she's not doing anything Eternal Sunshine related, because everyone's like, we want music videos, we want this, we want this. But yeah. Also, today is the 13th anniversary of Katy Perry premiering The One That Got Away music video, which is truly one of the best music videos of all time. That one and Bad Romance are my top two of all time. I can't get enough of them. But yeah, it has 1 billion views on YouTube, and it truly is. I'm not even joking. The One That Got Away, the best music video / song of all time. And yeah, so should we go through the EMAs? Were also last night. The EMAs are European Music Awards, and I didn't watch that. I don't know if you can watch it over here. I think you might, but I don't have TV anymore, so actually that's not true. I have Sling, so maybe I should have put a little more effort. I'm telling you guys, yesterday I was so tired. I didn't have it in me to do hardly anything. And so I just took a quick everything shower and crawled into my little bed. Watched half, I think, of Wizard of Oz. I'm trying to prepare for Wicked, which is next week, but from what I've heard, Wicked is not even necessarily based off Wizard of Oz. Like, technically it is, but it's not. It's based off another book that was written about the Wizard of Oz. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, let's go through the nominees for the Grammys. Record of the Year, Now and Then by the Beatles. Are the Beatles still together? I don't understand how that can work. Also, can we stop like milking Juice WRLD for everything that he's got? He died, what was 4 or 5 years ago, and they're still releasing music from him. I don't get that. Like, what is it? His family that wants the money? Is it the label? I don't know. Doesn't it just feel weird to listen to music from a person that's not here anymore? Not even like their music they put out when they were here, but music that they're I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, Now and Then by the Beatles, Texas Hold'em by Beyonce, Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter, 360, Charlie XCX, Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, Good Luck Babe, Chappell Roan, and Fortnite, Taylor Swift featuring Post Malone. I like 360. I don't know, I feel like Apple would have been the song, you know what I mean? Because of the whole Apple dance and all that stuff. I personally, Von Dutch is my favorite, so that's just what I would have chosen. But okay, Album of the Year. All right, pause. I was wrong. Sorry. This is why you cannot blindly listen to things you see on the internet. You have to always fact check. There are men in the Album of the Year category, but I promise you I saw somewhere that it was only women. So yeah, I take that back. Album of the Year on New Blue Sun, Andre 3000, Cowboy Carter, Beyonce, Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter, Brat, Charlie XCX, DeJesse, Volume 4, Jacob Collier, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish, The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess, Chappell Roan, The Torture Poets Department, Taylor Swift. Song of the Year, A Bar Song by Shabuzi, Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish, Die With a Smile, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Fortnite, Taylor Swift, and Post Malone, Good Luck Babe, Chappell Roan, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, Please Please Please, Sabrina Carpenter, Texas Hold'em, Beyonce. Best New Artist, Benson Boone, Sabrina Carpenter, Doechii. I don't know how to say that other name, I'm so sorry. Ray, Chappell Roan, Shabuzi, Teddy Swims. Benson Boone just won last night at the EMAs for Best New Artist. Or I guess they just call it Best New, I don't know why. Songwriter of the Year, The only reason I put this, I don't know any of the other people on here, was because Ray is on there, and she's a very good songwriter. Best pop solo performance, Bodyguard by Beyonce, where did she perform that? Has she performed that? I guess I don't know. Was that when she performed at a award show? I can't remember. Anyway, Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter, Apple, Charlie XCX, Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish, Good Luck Babe, Chaperone. Best pop duo performance, Us by Gracie Abrams featuring Taylor Swift, Levi's Jeans, Beyonce featuring Post Malone, Guess, Charlie XCX, and Billie Eilish. The Boy Is Mine, Ariana Grande, Brandy and Monica, Die With a Smile, Lady Gaga, and Bruno Mars. I love how they just kind of put that song out just to tide over their fans, and it's like become a massive song. Except for it never reached number one. It was number two on Billboard for a long time, and I don't think it's gonna make it there. Best pop vocal album, Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish, Eternal Sunshine, Ariana Grande, The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess, Chappell Roan, The Tortured Poet's Torment, Taylor Swift. Best dance pop recording, Make You Mine, Madison Beer. There's two of them on here that I really want to win. Make You Mine by Madison Beer, because I think it's a really good dance pop recording, and Von Dutch by Charlie XCX. So I don't know, I feel like Madison should win this because Charlie's already nominated for so many other things. I don't know how to say this, I'm so sorry. It's that French one by Billie Eilish, La Amour de ma vie. Yes and by Billie Eilish. No, why did I say that? Yes and by Ariana Grande. And Got Me Started by Troye Sivan, the only man on that one too. Let's see, best dance electronic album, Brat, Charlie XCX, 3, 4 Tet. I don't even know what that is. I don't know and Telos by Zed. Best rock, Now and Then by the Beatles, Beautiful People, Stay High, The Black Keys, The American Dream Is Killing Me, Green Day, Gift Horse, Idols, Dark Matter, Pearl Jam, Broken Man, St. Vincent. There are like tons and tons of categories of the Grammys. So like most of them don't even win on camera. I think what they give out maybe 10 to 15 on camera, and the rest are all before. So like there's tons that we don't even see. Let's see, best rap performance, Enough, Miami by Cardi B, When the Sun Shines Again, Common and Pete featuring I don't know what that name is. Nissan Altima, Doechii, Houdini, Eminem. Like That, Future, Metro Boomin, Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, Glorilla, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. Let's see, best country solo performance is 16 Carriages by Beyonce, I Am Not Okay by Jelly Roll. I love that song. The Architect, Kacey Musgraves, a bar song. Shabuzi, It Takes a Woman, Chris Stapleton. Best country duo group performance, I really, 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 really hope Miley wins this category. Cowboys Cry 2, Kelsey Ballerini with Noah Kahan. Two Most Wanted, Beyonce featuring Miley Cyrus. Fun fact, Miley Cyrus actually wrote that song, and she kind of had it just stashed away, and then Beyonce called and said, do you have any songs you'd like to collab on? Let's see. Break Mine, Brothers Osborne. Bigger Houses, Dan and Shay, I Had Some Help, Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen. Please, please don't let that one win. I'm begging you. It's a fine song. It's a fun one. Please don't let that one win. I can't fathom that winning, especially when Two Most Wanted is in the category and Cowboys Cry 2. Let's see. Best country song, The Architect, Kacey Musgraves, a bar song, Shabuzi, I Am Not Okay, Jelly Roll, I Had Some Help, Post Malone and Morgan Wallen, and Texas Hold'em. Best country album, Cowboy Carter by Beyonce, obviously. F1 Trillion, Post Malone, Deeper Well, Kacey Musgraves, Higher, Chris Stapleton, and Whirlwind, Lainey Wilson. She's pretty popular right now. I wouldn't be surprised if she won that. yeah, that is. Oh, best comedy album. I don't really care about the other ones, but I hope Nikki Glazer wins. Nikki Glazer or Jim Gaffigan. They're both really funny, but I really hope Nikki Glazer wins because she's had a really good year. I put this one in here, best audiobook narration, because Dolly Parton's in it. It says behind the scenes, my life in rhinestones, Dolly Parton. Also, Jimmy Carter has a song, or I guess it's a narration in here. Barbara Streisand, My Name is Barbara. That's kind of fun. Best music video. I guess there's a song called Taylor Swift, TAILORSWIF by ASAP Rocky. I mean, it's pretty obvious you're trying to cling to her fame, but whatever. 360 by Charlie XCX. That one's a good one. I like that one. Houdini by Eminem. I just don't get the Eminem stuff. Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. And Fortnite by Taylor Swift and Post Malone. So there you go. Should we see the winners of the MTV EMA Awards? Best song was Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso. Best music video was Fortnite. I'm sorry, I think Ariana Grande should have won that one for We Can't Be Friends. Best artist was Taylor Swift. Best collaboration, Lisa and Rosalia. For New Woman, best new, Benson Boone. Best pop, Ariana Grande. Best Afrobeats, Tyla. Best rock, Liam Gallagher. Isn't that the guy's name off of Shameless? I think it is. Best Latin, Peso Pluma. Best rock, Jimin. What else? Imagine Dragons won Best Alternative. Calvin Harris won Best Electronic. Eminem. I guess he has fans out there still. Best Hip Hop. But his album was voted. It was like one of the lowest rating albums this year on Metacritic or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know how they judged this off of. But Best R&B is Tyla. Best Live was Taylor Swift. And yeah, that's basically the biggest fans were Lisa. She's pretty popular right now, and I couldn't tell you one song about her or that she does. I guess New Woman, because she just won that. Anyway, that is that. Those are the winners. Should we get into the drama of this week? I went to Panera Bread the other day, and I was so excited because they have commercials in Utah for Panera Bread all the time. And they haven't I think they had one here once and then it went away. But I'm like, stop advertising here, you know? And it always pisses me off because Cece's Pizza, I don't think they advertise anymore, but they always would. And it's probably not even good, you know, because they had one here called Pizza Pie Cafe, and it just wasn't very good. But anyway, we went there the other night, me and my friends Jenica and Isabel, and it was delicious. The sandwich I had was like chicken bacon ranch something. It had 56 grams of protein in it. And then I had the chicken noodle soup. It was delicious. I am so excited to go back. But before that, the day before, I went to bingo, and because every Wednesday is bingo, and I am like tracking my friend on the Snap Maps, and I'm like, why is he still at his house? He has like 2 minutes to get here. And I'm sitting there, and I start to walk in, and I look down at my phone. I'm like, oh my, it is 7. I'm supposed to be here at 8. And I'm like, how did I get this all mixed up? Because I looked at the clock in my car is wrong because of daylight savings time. But I looked at my phone to know when to get ready to leave, and I still left an hour early. I don't know how that happened. I truly don't. And I'm just like, so anyway, so I went to my friend Mallory's for a while, but I'm just like, how did I do this? How did I get this far off? Yeah, but go to Panera. It was delicious. I loved it. I will go back for sure. It's obviously like Zupa's vibes, but different. They have tons of stuff, honestly. But I love Zupa's power bowls, I think is what they call them. They're delicious. So if you want to go and get something healthy, you can, because it's just how it is. I went to Vessel Kitchen also this weekend, and I went to Aubergine, which are two of my favorites. I've been out a lot lately, and you know what? That's just how it is. I honestly can't remember the last time I ate at a classic fast food restaurant. Um, I don't even know. And I used to love to go to them. But, I'm trying to be healthy. I also lost weight, you guys. So there is hope in the world. I went to the gym on Saturday and we weighed in again. And I gained some muscle back and I lost some body fat. So, there is that. Um, what else do I have on my list to talk about before we get into, all of this? Oh, the Grammy nominations. So Taylor Swift, I think she has 11 this year, but Beyonce has now hit her 99th nomination. She's the most awarded Grammy person in history, but she has 99 nominations now, which is crazy. That is a lot. Dolly Parton, there's a Dolly Parton symphony gonna happen. This is from her Instagram. It says, "Get ready to experience my music like never before. My songs in Threads, my songs in symphony is coming live to orchestras worldwide, and starting today, tickets for the Nashville shows go on sale. Get your tickets by visiting the link in my bio." So it doesn't start till March 20th of next year, but it goes until May 1st of 2026. But it's not like they're every week. It looks like there's one a month, maybe, or a couple a month. There's one March 20th in Nashville, May 17th, Fort Wayne, June 18th, Pittsburgh, June 29th, San Diego, September 7th, Cleveland, September 18th to the 20th, Indianapolis, October 10th, the Alabama Symphony, January 23rd to 25th, Cincinnati, February 14th to 15th of 2026, Oregon Symphony in Portland, March 28th, 2026, Phoenix, and May 1st, Eugene Symphony. So there you go. That would be fun to see. I'm surprised she's not coming to Utah. I feel like she has a lot of fans here, but who knows? They add a lot of stuff, so you never know. Did you guys see the Marc Jacobs tote bags for Wizard of Oz or Wicked? It's like one of them looks like the yellow brick road with Oz in the background. Then they have the little mini, the mini bag, which I wanted. I was going to buy it the other day for my birthday, but I didn't. I refrained, you guys. I refrained. They have t-shirts, the Emerald City box tee. It is $145. The tote bag, the leather one, is $500. They have Friends of Dorothy denim medium tote bag, which is $300. Then they have one with the Tin Man, Dorothy, the Lion, and the Scarecrow on it, a black one. That's $250. It's not expensive. Then they have the ruby slippers, the Kiki platform Mary Jane. Those are $450. They sent a box of this stuff to Trisha Paytas, and she was so excited. And she was at the premiere of Wicked in Los Angeles a couple days ago, and she was like the star of the show. Like, everyone was so excited to see her when she showed up on the red carpet. Fans were like going crazy. She actually went over across the street and took pictures with the fans and stuff, and I'm like, I just love that she's living her moment. She's loved Wicked for so long, so I'm happy she's finally getting her time to shine. Obviously she's famous, but I feel like she's gone through a lot of trials in her career, so good for you, Trisha. Good for you. Quincy Jones has passed away, which is really sad. He was like a music mogul. He's also the father of Rashida Jones. She's Anne in Parks and Rec. So if you didn't know that, that is her. Let's see about Quincy Jones. He's got a lot. Quincy Delight Jones Jr., November 3rd, 2024. Oh, sorry. March 14th, 1993 to November 3rd, 2024. Was an American record producer, composer, arranger, conductor, trumpeter, and band leader. Over the course of his 7-decade career, he's received many accolades, including 28 Grammy Awards, Primetime Emmy Award, and a Tony Award, as well as nominations for 7 Academy Awards and Golden Globe Awards. So he's pretty talented. It's crazy. His daughter Rashida posted something on her. I need to get a mouse that doesn't click. Sorry, that's what that is. But it's really annoying, especially because you can hear it in the microphone. Okay, Rashida Jones posted this picture of her when she's a baby with her dad. It's really cute, actually. Said, my dad was a nocturnal his whole adult life. He kept jazz hours starting in high school and never looked back. When I was little, I would wake up in the middle of the night to search for him. Undoubtedly, he would be somewhere in the house composing old school with a pen and sheet of paper. He would never send me back to bed. He would smile and bring me into his arms while he continued to work. There was no safer place in the world to me. He was a giant, an icon, a culture shifter, a genius. All accurate descriptions of my father, but his music and all of his work was a channel for his love. He was love. He made everyone he ever met feel loved and seen. That's his legacy. I was fortunate enough to experience his love in close proximity. I'll miss his hugs and kisses and unconditional devotion and advice. Daddy, it's an honor to be your daughter. Your love lives forever. It's a good tribute. But yeah, kind of sad. He was 93, I think. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, R.I.P. Quincy Jones. It's crazy. Like, he's one of those names that you have always heard, but you like can't really, you don't really know. I guess my generation maybe. But he's just like one of those names you hear all the time in media, but you're like, who is this? And I guess now we know. Goldie Hawn, her family is the new face of Skims. I think it's the Christmas campaign. They're like all at a Christmas party, like having fun, looks like. And they're in the new, it looks like the plaid. That's not what it's called. What is it called? The, like those, why can I not figure out the name of this? Anyway, it's the plaid looking pajamas. I know there's a different name for it, and I cannot figure it out for the life of me. But there's that. So, you know what? Go up and buy some Skims. Honestly, Skims is great. My friend Mason got me a Skims gift card for my birthday, so I'm excited to use it. I haven't ever got their underwear yet, but I wanna get some this year. I do have one of her oversized tanks, I think, and a jogger set, which I love. But I think I got a little bit too big because it's really hard to stay on. So Sydney Sweeney is getting paid $7.5 million for her new movie she's doing, which bumps her up into one of the highest paid actresses of her generation. That is awesome. Like, she's definitely worked hard for that status, and like no one can blame her. But she has a new movie called The Housemaid coming out, and it is with Amanda Seyfried and Brandon Skellner, who is, if you're wondering who that is, he was part of the whole It Ends With Us cast drama. He was, what was his name in it? I forgot his name. Hold on. Atlas. I was gonna say it's not a common name, but he's Atlas in It Ends With Us. But the movie is about, let's see, let me read it. There's not much about it, but Paul Feig is the director, and he has done, listen to this list of movies he's done, you guys. Freaks and Geeks, I know that was a really popular show for people. The Heat with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy. Spy with Melissa McCarthy, one of my favorite movies of all time. Let's see what else he's done. He has done... No, I didn't click that. I clicked director. Come on. Anyway, he's done Bridesmaids, which I think is, pretty much everyone's favorite comedy, if you've seen it. He's done A Simple Favor. He's also doing a Simple Favor sequel with Blake Lively, which I wonder how that's going to go, because she's not doing so well. Although they were seen out and about having dinner with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, so who knows. He's directed some of Mad Men. He's directed some of Parks and Recreation, Bridesmaids, like I told you, The Office. Yeah, he's got a pretty good list of movies. Oh, he did Last Christmas. I did not know that. That is a good one, you guys. That one is sad and heartwarming, and it's just a lot of stuff. But you should see it. It's got, what's her name? Emma Thompson, she's in it. She's the mom. And Amelia Clark, she's obviously from Game of Thrones. Michelle Yeoh's in it. And Henry Golding from... Henry Golding and Michelle Yeoh are both from... I mean, obviously they've done other stuff, but Crazy Rich Asians, which I freaking love that movie. Anyway, there's that. Oh, sorry, I didn't even tell you the premise of the other movie. The Housemaid. It follows a struggling woman who is happy to start over as a housemaid for an affluent elite couple. That is basically all is in pre-production, and there's nothing else that I can tell you about that. But all good actors, and I am excited to see it. You know what's crazy nowadays is you used to see commercials for movies and stuff, and then like a little while later the actual trailer would come out, and it would be like this big thing. But I feel like now you hear about shows and movies and stuff, and then you kind of forget about them, and then you're like, oh, what about that movie? And you go and look at it, and it came out like 3 months ago, and no one talked about it. I just feel like there's too much stuff nowadays. You know what I mean? Like there's just too much to consume, and people just can't keep up or are just not interested. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. But yeah. Anyway, Emma Stone is going to be on SNL on December 2nd, and Lana Del Rey is going to be performing. So that makes me wonder if Lana is going to release something soon, because she has an album coming out supposedly called Lasso, and we haven't heard anything from her for a long time. So we heard Tough with her and Quavo, which I love that song, but that's it. So I'm wondering if she's going to announce an album that day, or before, or a single, or something. I don't know. Okay, so we need to get into the Zach Bryan drama of it all. Zach Bryan is obviously a country singer, and it's just really unfortunate that he is this person. So basically, he's dating this girl, Brianna Chicken Fry. That's not her real name. I don't know why. I don't know much about her. I don't know. I get the vibes she's not the nicest, but that does not mean I condone what happened to her in this whole situation, this relationship. Apparently they met while he was still married to his wife, and they didn't date very long, I don't think, but basically he just emotionally abused her the entire time. But she said the first 4 months, it was like he was perfect. He love bombed her. He like, which it's like complete night and day from how the relationship ended. But he tried to get her to sign a $12 million NDA, and she said no. And everyone's like, that's crazy, that's crazy. I would have done it. And I even said that. I was like, I would have took that money and run. But Tana Mojo went on TikTok and was like, you guys realize she probably never would have seen the full 12 million. He would have drugged that out for so long that she would have got like $1,500 payments every month until she died. Like, she never would have seen the full 12 million. He would have made it basically impossible. And I feel like Tana is pretty trustworthy when it comes to NDAs, I would imagine. She's seen a lot of stuff in her days. But yeah, so I think the 12 million, it wasn't. Also, why 12 million? What is the 12 million for? I don't know. Like, how do you come up with that number? So there's just a list of stuff that he's done to her that we know of, that she said on this podcast that she was on. He told her he wasn't able to make it to her show in Boston because he was super tired. But then later that night, she saw him drunk in New York doing a pop-up show. And then she tried to call him all night and he wouldn't answer. He yelled at her friends and told them they wouldn't amount to anything. Apparently they were at her birthday party at a house that he rented. And he was getting drunk. And so she's like, let's go to bed, let's go to bed. So she went up and he never followed her. And she woke up like an hour later and heard all this yelling and screaming. And she went downstairs and her friends were like crying because he was yelling at them and telling them they were worthless. He got mad at her for singing Last Night by Morgan Wallen. He said, how dare you sing another man's song in my house? So she wasn't allowed to listen to Noah Kahan or Morgan Wallen after that. Apparently she had a app on her phone that hid her pictures because he would go through her pictures and apparently get mad if he didn't like them. He got mad at her Golden Globes dress. He said it was too revealing. The dress was really pretty, I have to admit. I think I might have the info wrong on this one, but he was Noah Khan was at Fenway Park, and Zach Bryan was supposed to go up with him, but he was too drunk to go on stage for night two at Fenway Park. She said that she would just be like laying in bed, and all of a sudden he would just start filming her, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, this is what all your friends do to me. So how does it feel? How do you like it?" She's like, "Well, I don't, but I'm not the one that's recording you." And I don't know. Apparently, he has a bunch of STDs. Brianna Chicken Fry, she also, I guess it's Brianna, sorry, she apologized to the Swiftie community yesterday, I think it was. I saw one of her TikToks, and she's like, I always just like kind of listen to her music, and I never really uh, paid attention to the lyrics, but the last little while I've been listening to her music and reading the lyrics as I go along, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I get it. I totally get it. She just has a way with words, and it makes total sense. I'm like, yeah, that is true. But Zach Bryan has 3 songs apparently that sound like Taylor Swift's. Um, One was, what song was it? I don't know his songs that much, but the songs that sound alike from hers are "Should Have Said No" and "Betty." And what was the last one? There was one more that sounded like it, and people were like, "Ooh, you better hope she doesn't come after you for a lawsuit because it's pretty obvious that it's like blatantly ripping off the sounds of her song." And if y'all know, she doesn't play that. She even went after Olivia Rodrigo, and I shouldn't say it like that. I don't think it was that malicious, but she's. If there's one thing about Taylor Swift, she is very protective and stands her ground when it comes to her work and her music. So I don't know. I don't know how nobody caught that before. Maybe it's because he wasn't being a jerk then, and now he is. It's just unfortunate because I Remember Everything is one of my favorite songs of all time. And I can't not listen to it, you guys. I'm sorry. I have to listen to that song. And that's like the only one. I know the song Pink Skies is popular right now. And supposedly that's about her friend, Rihanna's friend, Gracie. They said that Brianna pretty much had to force Zach to go to Gracie's grandma's funeral. And that's where he got the idea. I guess they came home that night and he wrote Pink Skies. So she's like, it's all about my friend Gracie. Or Grace. Is it Grace or Gracie? I don't know. Anyway, it's a lot. And she even hinted that there's much more that we don't know about. And yeah. But I think this happens a lot. This is quite common to have an emotionally abusive partner, which is really sad. And it's really, I'll just never wrap my head around it psychologically. I know I've never, I guess I should, I've never been in that. I've had friendships like that, but they're like, everyone's like, always like, why do you stay? Why do you stay? And I think people just like hope that they'll go back to that person they were before when they first met them, and it just never happens. And people stay and they try and help and they claim they love them. And that's kind of what she was saying, why she stayed so long. But I don't know. I just think he's got some pretty big issues he needs to work out. Supposedly he canceled his tour. I tried to look it up and it said that there were still tickets available, but then one article said that he canceled the tour. So I don't know. But there you go. That's too bad. Did you guys see the Drunk Elephant? It's like I don't even know if it's a Christmas collection or what it is, but let's see, Drunk Elephant. But you get like a suitcase with it. You just know all of these little girls are gonna have this on their Christmas wish list. Okay, it's a Drunk Elephant. You can get it at Sephora. Oh, it's only got 1-star review. I wonder why. Drunk Elephant bestseller set plus free trunk. Oh yes, I'm sure it's free. Listen to this price: $595. But you get like all of their stuff pretty much. I don't know. I don't like their packaging. It's too colorful for me. Sorry, it just is. I want to know why they gave it a 1-star review. Rating. It doesn't say why it's what the. Sorry, I'm like mumbling. I just want to find out the reviews. Um, my last drunk trunk. This is my fourth and probably last drunk trunk. The trunk itself is laughably cheap, which I knew would be the case. Probably won't use it at all for traveling because A, it looks like it isn't durable enough for it, and B, it's a bit embarrassing to look at. Why would you buy it then? For $600? There have been some great trunks before, and unless they go back to a collaboration, this is definitely not a value set. It's overpriced. Yeah, you think? Someone just said, waste of money, don't buy this overpriced garbage, waste of money, cheap suitcase. Last year I received the holiday gift set and never received it. I ordered the holiday gift set, never received it. Wow, you guys, that's not very good. I wonder if it's Drunk Elephant or Sephora that dropped the ball. But this reminds me of when I was in high school. I used to shop exclusively at Buckle. I know it's changed a little bit now, but back then it was all the rhinestone clothes, and it was so expensive. I wish I would have known about Levi's. I wish Abercrombie would have been at the where they are now. Like, there just really wasn't places for us to shop. And I know that sounds like I'm pretty sure there are places. There really wasn't. It was like buckle or die. And one year for Christmas, you bought a pair of Rock Revival jeans that were $160, and you got these headphones that said Rock Revival on them. And I'm like, oh, that's good. I'll get that and get that for Christmas. I used them 3 times and they broke. I'm not even kidding you, 3 times. So don't let these like collaborations, unless it's like if they would have collaborated with Base, that would have been a better collab. But they just went and just got some weird model mock-up and had some factory make it like quickly and cheaply. Like, you just know. But if unless it's a collaboration with another company that's well known and their product's good, do not fall for these. Like, I don't know. I wonder when the Drunk Elephant thing's gonna end. I know it's like super popular among the young kids, but I don't know. Is their stuff even good? Guess we'll find out. Teddy Mellencamp. She is John Cougar Mellencamp's daughter, and she's not doing so well. Apparently, she used to be on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and people hated her. They said that she was so boring. She didn't bring anything to the table. But apparently, so she got fired. Apparently, she's getting divorced from her husband, and but the whole time, she has been seeing her horse trainer. Let's see. This is all pretty new information. I didn't even know she was getting divorced until the affair thing came up. It says, let's just follow E. E's usually pretty good. Teddy Mellencamp's estranged husband, Edward Arove, responds to divorce. New details have emerged about Teddy Mellencamp and Edwin's split after the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum filed for divorce from her husband of 13 years. Oh, so November 1st, my birthday. Good day to choose, guys. So that's recent. That's why I haven't heard. Citing irreconcilable differences and asking for spousal support. Edwin has filed his response. In the November 8th filing, the 47-year-old asked that the couple's prenup be enforced, requesting that all assets, income, and from all source and obligations of each party are his/her separate property, except as specifically set forth therein. I could never be a lawyer, just all these weird ways you have to say stuff. Set forth therein. Sounds like the Bible. The doc noted the full nature and extent of the separation property is not fully known at this time. We'll have to amend this response and or file and or serve appropriate further pleadings to set forth an additional information at a later time. Huh, interesting. I wonder how she's doing. She has like a, it's not a training company, but it's like a, what am I trying to say? An accountability coach. That's what she is. So she doesn't train people, but she like helps people stay accountable and meet their goals and stuff. And she's not on Housewives anymore, obviously. I think she has a podcast. He owns a security company, a home security company. At least he did when the show was on. Um, I don't know. Now I'm not seeing anything about the affair, so I don't know if that was just a fabricated lie or what that was. But yeah, I guess I will look more into that and see if that's true. I don't know. You never know. Beverly Hills. You never know what could happen there. Chapel Roan has left her management company. I don't know why. I guess when she was leaving after SNL, she like wouldn't say anything to the fans, and she just like sprinted to the car, and people were not happy. They're like, "How do you expect us to be fans when you're not even nice?" um, some people were being rude to her though, and people were like, "Well, no wonder she doesn't want to talk to you. Like, you're being extremely rude." I don't know. I feel bad for her. I feel like she is struggling and she's kind of doesn't know what to do. This is exciting, you guys. Supposedly there's a Star Wars trilogy in the works. I don't know if that means another set of movies or a TV show or what. That's not so exciting. Sorry, I just saw that and I'm like, I have to get that out of the way before I tell you what is actually exciting. Ice Age 6 is in the works, you guys. And I couldn't be happier because I love the Ice Age movies. They are so funny. I remember me and my friend Matthew when we were little, his dad bought the VHS. And I'm not even kidding. We would watch that movie and then when it would end, we'd rewind it. We watched it probably 7 times that day. And I don't regret it one bit because it's a good movie. So they were made by Blue Sky Productions, which was acquired by Fox at some point, or was a subsidiary of Fox. And then obviously Disney purchased Fox and they kept it running. This company did like Rio, they did Spies in Disguise, they did Ice Age. Obviously, Ice Age is like basically their main money maker. Oh, they did Robots too. I forgot about that. Um, I love Robots. I want to go watch that now. Dr. Seuss's Horton Hears a Who, Rio, Epic, Rio 2, the Peanuts movie, Ferdinand, and Spies in Disguise was the last one that they did. But yeah, Disney bought them, I think, back in 2018, 19 is when that whole merger went through. And then during COVID, they shut it down because they're like, we can't financially promote three animation companies, so one had to go. And what is the other one? Oh, Pixar. Yeah, Disney, Pixar, and this one, I guess. But that's too bad because they made good movies. They didn't make a lot. I wonder why. I mean, they were definitely riding off Ice Age. Anyway, they say that basically all the main cast is set to come back, and yeah, so that's basically all we know. I just want to tell you guys because I love Ice Age. Okay, let's get. Oh no, one more thing. Sorry. I just saw today on TikTok there was like a brief, like a slight commercial for White Lotus, the new season. It doesn't say much. It says it comes out next year, obviously, and I knew it because I saw the guy. He's the evil guy on Ant-Man and the Wasp, and yeah, that's the second one, right? And on Tomb Raider, he's a very good evil looking guy. He's very creepy looking. I'm gonna say, and I'm like, wait a second, he's in the new White Lotus. And then I saw Michelle Monogram, I think is her name. I was like, oh, okay, this is White Lotus. But that's it. It was just a slight clip. I think it's filmed in Thailand, I want to say. But yeah, I'm excited for that one. That'll be good. Okay, let's get into Real Housewives of Salt Lake because this episode was good, but it wasn't like the best. You can tell that next episode's going to be pretty good. So basically, where we left off last week is that Bronwyn invited everyone to Palm Springs to this car race, which is the anniversary of where her and Todd met. I not met, but I don't know. It was one of their first dates or something. So she chartered a private jet and paid for this really nice house. It's $20,000 a night. I want to know what they do because he cannot be riding off of the the Palm. He used to be the CEO of Palm cell phones, which isn't even a thing anymore and it hasn't been for a long, long time. So I'm just curious what he does to make so much money because she even has a jeweler come over and the jewelry's like $4 million. You have to be pretty well set and comfortable to feel comfortable about buying $4 million jewelry, you know? And who knows, that could have been all for the show. But I don't know, it's crazy. So basically, Bronwyn invited Heather over to kind of make amends. And she's like, I don't want to invite her if we're not friends or friendly. And that offended Heather. She didn't feel like she needed to apologize for anything, which nothing new. And yeah, so she didn't get to go on the trip. Neither did Brittany. She's like, I'm obviously not inviting Brittany. And Mary said she couldn't go. She's staying home to be with her son. So it's just Whitney, Lisa, Meredith, Bronwyn, and that's it, right? Oh, and Angie. And all their husbands are there at this house. And while they all know kind of like... So Bronwyn goes to the bathroom and they all kind of know the lore behind why Heather isn't there. And they're like, I just feel so bad for her. I just feel so bad. Let's call her. So Lisa calls her while Bronwyn's going to the bathroom. And then she comes back and Bronwyn's like, who's that on the phone? And the other ladies are kind of like, And she's like, all right, well, anyways, Heather, we miss you. Love you. Bye. And she's like, it's kind of weird that I go to the bathroom and you call Heather. And they're like, yeah, that is kind of weird. Sorry. And they honestly didn't say sorry. They're like, well, we just kind of miss her. And she's like, well, I feel bad that she's not here either, but it just didn't work out that way. So anyways, then they get in a big fight, and Todd's like, I'm not handling this. I want them to leave. If they don't settle this now, like, they gotta leave. We'll pay for them to get to the airport, but I'm not having this. So anyway, and then it's not funny, but this title of this job title for Seth, I always wonder what Seth did for work. That's Meredith's husband. Because he has to leave early to go back to Ohio to work. And she's like, you just got here. She's like, you got here yesterday and you have to leave tomorrow morning. He's like, yeah. She's like, no. You're not. And like, I totally understand where she's coming from. Like, she said the reason that they were drifting apart before is because they never saw each other. And so she's like, he's been gone for so long. She's like, I respect someone that works hard, but he's like never home anymore. But listen to this job title. He's the senior vice president of extreme value sourcing for Big Lots. That is like that's like the title you get when you're friends with the president or the CEO and they just make up a category for you. Like, what do you do? Extreme value sourcing? I don't understand what that even means. And I didn't know Big Lots was still around. Is there a Big Lots even in Utah still? I don't know. I just think that's very interesting. I wonder how much it gets paid. Because their lifestyle seems to be a lot more lavish than that. And is her jewelry selling that much that she can live that lifestyle, you know? I don't know. It's interesting. I just thought it was funny. Yeah, and then obviously Lisa and Whitney are not on the best of terms, especially the husbands. And so, like, this was annoying to me, I think. When they got on the plane, Bronwyn asked Lisa if she was comfortable riding with Whitney, on the plane. And, like, Lisa kind of got mad at her. She's like, we're not the ones with the problem, they are. I'm like, no, it's you, Lisa. You're the one with the problem. Also, this keeps coming up. Like, Lisa keeps bringing up Angie saying something about letting her kids play video games all the time. And I think it was kind of messy because it was like the first or second episode. They showed a picture of, was it Jack? Who's the other kid? Who's Lisa's other son? Henry. And he's playing a video game and Lisa's trying to talk to him and he won't even pay attention to her. So I feel like they wouldn't even have put that in if Angie wouldn't have said the thing about the video games. I think she was just saying a general, I don't let my daughter stay up until 3 in the morning and game all night, you know? Because that's just how it is right now. Kids just love to game. So Lisa keeps bringing that up. I'm like, okay, are we done? Like, let's stop dragging this out. Let's get into some real fights and some real drama. Also, Lisa's saying she doesn't like Italy because the food is too fresh. What does that even mean? That is like one of the most elitist statements I've ever heard. Yeah, we don't go to Italy because the food's just too fresh. We prefer to go other places. Like, are you kidding me? What? How can food? I think even Meredith said, "How can food be too fresh?" Like that doesn't even make sense. I don't know. I just it's so interesting to me how Lisa doesn't see a lot of things, but oh well. I don't know. Lisa says she doesn't feel bad about the phone call. That is just kind of blatantly rude. Don't eat like don't call someone who's purposely not invited on a trip that someone else is paying for because the person that paid for it and the person that's not invited are having a fight. Like, okay, maybe do it in your bedroom. Maybe do it when you're alone, like suntanning. You know what I mean? Like, don't do it when everyone's around. Obviously, she did it to get a rise out of everyone and make a storyline, but still, I don't know. I just think that's interesting. But yeah, anyway, there's that, you guys. There's that. There wasn't a ton this week. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't write down more. I think I was just more focused on the Zach Bryan of it all. It's really unfortunate that he's like this because he's like one of the only. Well, if it's even true, I guess we wouldn't know anymore. He's like the only male country artist that's not transphobic or homophobic, and that he turns out to be an abuser. So there's that, I guess. Everyone go buy your Marc Jacobs tote bags, the Wicked edition. I'm actually going to see it next Thursday at 2 p.m. But I chose that because I want to see it in the big screen, on the big screen, like the XD edition. So there is that. I'll be there nestled with my popcorn, my gummy worms, sorry, and my Alani. And I'll be the happiest person in the entire world at 2 p.m. next Thursday. Thank you for listening. I appreciate all of you. Don't forget, I have one episode up on my Patreon. It's $5 a month. I think it's like $5.39 with tax. I really appreciate it if you signed up and supported me in all my hard work. I feel like I have proved myself. That was the whole point of me waiting for a while to start a Patreon, because I wanted to prove to myself that I could consistently put out episodes, and this is episode 63, I think. So I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. And so that's when I started doing Patreon, because I'm like, I can do this. It is a lot of note taking, a lot of work, a lot of research, but it's fun research and I enjoy it. So if you want to support me in that, I'd appreciate it. The links are in my Instagram bios. What else? Tell all your friends about me, about how funny I am, about how informational I am. Is that even a word? And yeah, I guess start getting ready for the Grammys. I guess there's really not much you guys can do, or me, but just, I don't know, mark it on your calendar. When is the Grammys, actually? Sorry, I guess I should have said that. I guess I should say when are the Grammys, not when is the Grammys. February 4th, 2024, 6 p.m. And they're usually on CBS. So 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So for us, yeah, we're Mountain Standard Time. Sorry. Pacific, Mountain, Central, East. Right? That's right. Okay. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Have a good week. I gotta go and get stuff done now. So have a great week, and I don't know, be productive or don't. Maybe you need a lazy week. Maybe a lazy day. Let's not stretch out to a week. Bye.